After a short flight from Fort Myers to Dulles, we had a much longer one from Dulles to Anchorage, and the landing in Anchorage was very beautiful with a great view of the Alaska Range. After landing in Anchorage, we took a short ride to Wasilla, we saw a moose, and then worked on getting the truck started after its long hibernation. Mosquitoes getting you, Milan? Here, let me give it a crank. With the help of the fresh battery, the truck definitely wanted to start, but just couldn't do it. With the fuel gauge reading empty, we decided to add some gas from the jerry can in the back of the truck, and it being a Toyota, that did the trick. We were able to get the tires pumped up with a 12-volt air compressor, and remarkably, they all held air.
Yeah, that green degree place is the one that says they're openly.
With the truck running great, we hit the road out of Wasilla and headed straight north to our first stop, Talkeetna. I'm gonna make a little video to put on my YouTube.
Camping documentary.
A little camping docu-series. We left Wasilla about midnight and headed north up to Talkeetna. We drove for about an hour and a half and then found a questionable place to camp. All right, first morning in Alaska, 6 a.m. I slept in the truck. I just woke up. We stayed at a place where we're not really supposed to camp, but it was getting late. Milan's up. Liam is just waking up. We then headed into town to grab some coffee and check out Talkeetna. As always, it's a great little town with some neat things to see.
They like paid in.
We hung out with some locals and Milan found a souvenir.
Walk up that hill, right?
After leaving Talkeetna, we got back on the Parks Highway and drove straight to the Denali Backcountry office to get our backcountry permits. We got the permits, organized our gear, and then caught the 6 o'clock bus into the park. We went as far as we could go as the bus route was closed due to a landslide. We got off at East Fork. We should have known we were in for trouble when the only other people on the bus got off way before us at Igloo Mountain. As the bus pulled away, we were left totally alone, encompassed by the silence that you can only find in remote places such as Denali National Park. We set out heading north on the Toklat River.
Wow, his first time.
Liam's first time?
Yeah.
How's it taste?
Tastes dirty.
The bus dropped us off here. The objective for the night was to hike as far as we could north, and we ended up about here. We hiked for a while as the sun never really set. The water was warm, so Liam went for a swim, and then around 1 o'clock in the morning, we made camp in this outgrowth of trees. Milan spotted some mountain goats on the ridge, and that was pretty cool. It became apparent as the river zigzagged across the valley that we would be unable to avoid crossing it, so we were just going to have to do it. Again, and again, and again, and again. To avoid soaking all of our gear, we opted to take off our pants and our shoes and cross barefoot.
Suffering, dude. I'm in hell. I'm absolutely in hell. I'm having a terrible time. This is a very beautiful camping last night. It was excellent. But
no, that actually sucked.
It sucked because your tent sucked. This wading through the water. My boots were wet all day yesterday. They're finally dry. About to get fucking soaking wet again, which kind of blows. But yeah.
We continued on a couple miles and then finally made it to our first real waypoint, a tributary creek. So we set out hiking east up the creek. Going was tough as there was no trail, so we were mostly bushwhacking through the summer undergrowth. Hey, we found a creek, the creek we're looking for to take east. So now we're walking parallel with it through the bushes, through the brush. A little bit nerve-wracking as this is more like where you're gonna stumble across a bear by accident. But spirits were high, so we kept on bushwhacking throughout the day. But as the day went on and the going got tougher, we fell behind schedule. At about 9 o'clock, with the sun low in the sky, we stopped to pinpoint ourselves on the map and realized we were nowhere near where we needed to be. After realizing that there was no way we were going to make it back to the bus route on time, we decided to turn back.
Midnight. Technically day 2 of 2. Went pretty terribly, I must say. Didn't really seem to make any progress. Decided we should probably hike out and kind of just go back to where we started. In the morning, we're gonna hike back the way we came and hopefully not miss the bus and have Andy's mom call the Rangers on us saying that we're all fucking dead.
The next day, we hiked back to the bus stop and caught a ride back to our truck, which of course had a flat tire. Liam and I have identified a leak. It looks like we ran over a nail or something, but then we got the tire patch kit, trusty multi-tool. Are you ready to ream? Ow. Yeah. Oh, dude. All right, he muscled it in there. That was hard. After fixing our tire, we spent one more night in Denali before hitting the road south towards the Homer Spit. We drove straight down to the Kenai Peninsula, where Milan swears a giant salmon broke him off.